Hey guys, so it's Daniela, aka the new Nigerian. I am chilling in my Airbnb, watching a Nollywood film. Leave me a Bella, y'all. So, anyways, it just hit me that I probably should talk to y'all about the conversation I had earlier today with my friend. So I have a good friend, and we were just talking about like the pros and cons of Nigeria versus America, and like the things that we get fed up with in America, the things that are normal to Nigeria. And so I want to hear y'all thoughts. So let me go ahead and tell y'all know I be in the comments, I be listening to y'all stories. I definitely don't disagree with the things that y'all say about American women because I do it myself. So anybody I talk to will tell you that I block. They think I block for no reason. So I sympathize with people who don't share or understand those cultural things. But okay, so what my friend was attempting to tell me today was that Nigerian men um, are pretty much raised in a society that like teaches them to be selfish. So they don't use the term selfish, obviously, it's a negative term. But like, it's just all about them. It's all about their enjoyment. It's all about what makes them happy. It's all about how life can be smoother for them. Like just them, and never centered or focused around the woman. And so I was like expressing to her that like me and my guy, we be running up against massive cultural differences, especially when it comes to the selfishness thing. And I feel like he does not understand me. Like I call him selfish, I don't know, a million times a week. And he's like, how? And he just sees all of these things that he does that like he reads more into them than I do as like these gestures of something. But the stuff I think is really important that I really want him to pay attention to, that I really think matter, he totally misses. And I'm like, there is no substitute for you think you take me out to dinner all the time, so because you always got me out and around the town that I should be grateful. No, what I think is that you should consider the things that I say. When you consider what I said, when you show me that it's not all about you, that's what matters to me. So I say that to say, my friend was telling me that Nigerian men, now this is coming from a Nigerian woman, y'all, so before y'all go in my comments, make sure y'all know that this is coming from the mouth of a Nigerian woman who has lived here all of her life and just recently moved to America. So she was saying that Nigerian men will be earning less than the woman and still expect the woman to come home and do the full-time duties of a stay-at-home person, of a stay-at-home wife too. So it's like any working woman, it's like you're double penalized. So you have to contribute to the household in a major way, being the breadwinner. And then on the flip side, you have to then come home and like do a full-time job of catering to your man, because my guy be really upset that I don't be cooking. And I'm like, as long as you eat, I don't see the difference, especially when it's not as if like I'm not doing anything, like like I'm working, stuff like that. So what else? Hold on, y'all, let me show y'all. So I'm making American noodles, y'all. Thank goodness it's been a long time since I could get American noodles. Let me see. Let me pop y'all up so I can keep this going. So y'all gonna hear me. So anyways, so I'm talking to my friend, and so yeah, she's telling me like Nigerian men, it's just always about them, what can make them happy. Like, we also got onto the topic of polygamy. And so for everybody who has been in my comments who is like, polygamy is a part of the culture, and if you can't take it, you should not be paying attention, or you should not be here, and da 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 da. Like, I don't know, just saying craziness to me. We ain't using that water. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. So yeah, so to all y'all who be telling me like, oh, polygamy is part of the culture, and if you don't want to deal with it, you shouldn't be there. So to that, my proposition is that every culture in America has a past where they are pretty much admitting that they got it wrong and that they do better in the future. And so I'm not saying that. Y'all already know how I feel. If everybody is on board with polygamy, by all means, the more the merrier. But what I am saying is that if polygamy is used as something that is only satisfying to the man, then it's like, I don't see how you can at least acknowledge that it's rooted in selfishness. And I also think that just because someone, something, a religion, whatever, says a positive thing, it doesn't always make it so. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's so. You have to support it with something. Most times you support it by actions. Ooh. Hold on. So I say that to say, like, I often hear people in the Muslim religion like, oh, we hold women to a great esteem. We respect them like no other. And I'm like, respect is something that's, in my opinion, the actions are easy to observe, right? Like, you can, hold on. Man, oh man, I wish I knew how excited I am to have American noodles. Okay, y'all, I'm so excited to have my oodles and noodles. Okay, so anyway, so I'm like, respect is something that's easy to observe, to show. Like, if you have a wife and your wife objects to you having any other wives, like, y'all sit down, y'all talk about it, she like, nah, I'm not okay with it. So if she tells you that she's not okay with it and you do it anyways, you're not respecting her. If you don't even consider her feelings when you do it, to me, that's not respecting her. And I feel like those are the circumstances that I've seen. Now, to everyone out there who is happy in a polygamous marriage, I promise you, I have no shade towards you. I respect everybody's choice for themselves. And in fact, I would even love to speak with you, pick your brain, understand, because that's what I really want this platform to be. I want it to be something where Americans and just outsiders in general get to watch it and understand, because I think we often judge too harshly, too quickly, and it's without full context. So none of the opinions that I'm bringing to you guys on my page are rush to judgment things. They may be things that I thought before, but they are things that I also feel like I've arrived at, I can support through the real stories from the women here on the ground. Now, you might feel like those are only the women I'm talking to. They live here, so they matter too. So even if it's not every woman outside, it's enough to say that the opinion is that of someone on the ground here. So I say that to say, like, my friend was telling me, like, one thing that Nigerian men do, and I feel like this is something that people should pay attention to. She said that they are very charming in the beginning. And it's like the moment that they get you, the moment that they marry you, the moment that, they feel like they've got you is when things change. That's when they start telling you how to dress, where you can go, like becoming more controlling. Now, I'll say that in my own personal opinion, I've not experienced that as of yet. But as all y'all on my page know, I'm also not married. Like, I think I do a good job of reminding that, like, I'm just kind of out here living my best life. And when that no longer serves me, then I'll live my best life elsewhere. And so I say that to say, like, I have heard that over and over and over again from many stories. So I want to know how you guys feel in the comments. Like, do you think that things change significantly after marriage, after the point at which somebody felt like they got you or whatever? Or do you feel like your husband is exactly the same as before you got married as they are now? And the same goes, like, before I hear some men in my comments, like, I ain't taking into account what the men say, tell me the same thing. Are there things that women did before that they no longer do now? And that's important because I think in Black American culture, that's a big one. Like, my parents always told me that pretty much, like, men date expecting the woman to stay the same. So, like, they want you to repeat exactly what you did to get them. Meanwhile, women date or marry with the expectation that you're going to change for the better. So when they don't change for the better, they be really disappointed. Or if they stay the same and it's like fast forward 5 years, you're like, oh my gosh, this man's so childish, but he was childish 5 years ago when you married him. So I say that to say, like, does gender matter? Is this problem something that everybody deals with? Is this something specifically that people may not be aware of? And how drastic of a switch is it? Because the depth of the switch to me is what really stuck out. Like, it was almost like a 180 turn. And I almost feel like sometimes I run into that because I'm like, I love being outside in my little short shorts because it's crazy hot here. And like, my guy has never acted like he had an issue with it. But this past week when we were in Abuja, he was like, that's too short for Abuja. And I'm like, is this a Abuja thing? Or is this a you slowly trying to change me thing because you're a Muslim? So I don't know the answer to that. But I do know that the switch up is something that I keep hearing about. And I was like, let me put this to my channel and see what people feel, because it sounds like it's a very real problem. And she was even trying to tell me that I'm probably better off like talking to somebody in America, which I was like, wow. Like, I think if American women were to hear this, like, or even if we could just hear stories of what on the ground women are dealing with, like, I be tuning into the Nigerian matchmaker Instagram. I be tuning into his stuff, and the stories be piping hot. Like, it be stuff that I cannot even believe. So I'm like, it sounds like people are really suffering inside of these marriages over here. Obviously not all, but it does sound like some really drastic stories. And so I was like, let's begin to address it. Let's begin to unpack it. I think I'm probably going to try to go live later tonight too, but just in general, I wanted to bring this to y'all because I think it's important. I think it really matters. And I want to talk to y'all. Like, I want to hear what y'all have to say more than just the comments. So give me maybe like, I don't know, maybe like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and I'm going to try to go live so that we can like really have a conversation. Let's say, what time is it right now? I don't know. So let's say I am going to go live at 8 o'clock tonight. So to all y'all, I'm on Nigerian time. So I want to try to set my clock. I'm going to go live at 8 o'clock tonight. All things, like, hoping everything stays the same. And I want y'all to chat with me. I want to know what y'all are thinking, feeling, like how y'all feel about my channel, how y'all feel about my content. Like, let's just have a conversation, because if nothing else, what I want this channel to do is to provide a greater understanding of the two cultures and to hopefully bring us together on some camaraderie stuff. Like, if it's women to women, men to men, like whoever you find camaraderie with on the other side, like, find an ally, because we need it, y'all. So that's it, y'all. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share. Like, just tune in with me, guys. Tap in. I'll see you guys at 8 o'clock tonight. All right. Bye.